the warm-up from Littlewood and let us do math. So what we're doing here, we're doing advances in AI. So first of all, as we usually do, warm up your brain, and then let's look at news, and then I'll show you some of the things I do, and maybe that will be something that you either do or don't do. So let's look at one thing at a time. So number one, if we look at, must have it open. Yeah, that's good enough. So that's a very mathematical thing. And he discusses, as you can see, lots of little letters, lots of text. I can make it big, I think. And what he says, a famous theorem by Weierstrass. Weierstrass is a German mathematician and talking about theoretical math. But what he says is that sometimes the manuscripts get mold. I mean, my dog ate it, right? And he says, I'll show you the beginning of it's a bad proof. It's hardly readable. Plus, in addition, it says, my friend Dr. Flat, he added a couple misimprovements. In other words, not only it was bad from the beginning, but it was also misprints, and he added some more. Now, if you enjoy mathematical text, let's go. It's the next. Wow, right? That is, if we're having a continuous interval, then something happens on this interval. Okay, but he says that for lovers of math, I'll give you even more. I'll tell you that this should be that. And what? So that's the proof, but I'll disclose at this point that that integral was asleep and the integral should be different. Go and suffer. Now, what I want to see is, does AI show any errors? Does he understand? Now, we had an interesting thing. I'll tell you what it is as far as mathematicians. So there was a mathematician, but you know what? Let's give it to AI. Do you see any errors here? Go to chat, and that's definitely a random thing. I like to keep myself at least reasonably organized. Do you see errors or misprints? Now, misprints. If it knows the book, then it should say, first of all, you should say, do you see errors? But that's obvious, he understands that. But will he say, that's Littlewood's book, and then I know what you're talking about? Let's see. It's hard work. And keep in mind that it uses OCR that is smart, and that OCR fixes errors as it's going. So it sees a problem and not exactly the same. I don't think he quotes from Littlewood, but he sees other improvements, so to say. Well, it proves the points that Littlewood was making. Great. Let's not go deeper. It's just what mathematicians like to do. That is number one. Okay. Number two, we'll look at the latest news. Number three, I have it somewhere. I have a great mathematician, which I'm not showing today. He came to Israel, he came to Tel Aviv, but then there was a bomb, and they did not schedule his appearance in person. But instead, he recorded it, so we're extremely lucky. It's somewhere on my YouTube, so I will not show it to you right now. But he was talking about what AI can do, what amazing things AI can do in math. That's the second one. If you remember, Terence Tao, working with ChatGPT, came up with something. So Andrew Ng is always on top of politics, and he talks about that executive order, stop AI or don't stop AI. And he always warns, don't stop AI, guys. That's the thing. This is the course that we reviewed, but I think it will be good to review that again, and we'll do it the next time. Okay. And I think the big news was that Anthropic came out with a new model. It's model 5, and it's very, very smart. And that's all I can tell you about the news. So not much news here. Okay, but really, I want to show you my work, what I'm doing. And what I'm doing is interesting because I'm running extreme amounts of projects, just incredible projects. First of all, I'm creating courses nonstop. That's right here. It's Python. So I need a new course, not this one. Let's say which one was latest. Python High Performance. And honestly, I'm teaching it right now. I just ran away for a little while. So teaching it, asking every question, telling you to prepare my labs, telling you to write the whole thing. I just created yet another course in a matter of 5 minutes. Seriously. Recent. This one was Scribe. Okay. There is a software called Scribe, and I needed to teach some lawyers, and they said, hey, take a first shot. So that's what AI created. I told him, just do all my courses. You know how I do my courses. So do it similar. He created the slides. There you are. He created the labs. There you are. I need to learn it because I need to teach it to them. But now that it knows, I'm telling it something like, remember that course and that course? It doesn't remember. So I give it the course and says, okay, I'll do something like that. And that's what you will do. Then I take advice. Do you want me to teach them also Claude work or no? And it worked wonderfully well. Now, another thing that I'm doing here is I'm getting in touch with all the users of my software, CRM, this one. I'm getting in touch, and it's so careful. It says, Mark, don't rush. Okay, send a batch, then send another batch, then the third batch. Tell me every result. I'll give you what to answer. So, yeah, it would be hard to do it without it, but it wouldn't know what it would do. So every answer I feed it back, I am running it in a separate directory so that it's project separated. I have 3,000 contacts. It knows them all. Another thing that I'm doing, and that'll be the last one, is this. So FRID is my big project, but it's not one project. It's multiple projects, and it's 3 projects, and they're connected. So you need to work on all of them together. Then I get amazing another thing. More and more people want to work on that stuff. It's open source. And they want to contribute. Okay, I share future profits. So if you guys are interested, that's about eDiscovery. So I have helping me. It's the lawyers. If you want to be part of that, I don't have lawyers right now. It's a higher level guy who works as a big boss, some eDiscovery company, but he wants to work on that. And it's very nitty-gritty into the detail guy. They give me tasks, I formulate them as issues, we implement it. It is not 10 times, I would say it's 50 times faster than it ever used to be. All right, I couldn't prepare because I was preparing for the other course, and I didn't even expect that I would be doing this, but luckily times worked out and I showed you everything I'm doing and honestly told you. So if that's so, I can do this. I can stop sharing because there is nothing to share, okay? And I can read what you're saying. I was going to give you a place to chat because I thought I wouldn't be here, but I'm here. Okay, so what you were saying is Python 3.14 didn't work. You're right. I avoid even 3.13, but I'll tell you that in my experience, this course I'm teaching on advanced Python performance, it did work on 3.13, and I had no problems so far. And that's advanced Python for performance, compilers, C++ compilers, all of that is included. So I think 3.13 is safe, at least it works for me. Okay, other things. All right, so usually I tell you yet another course. This time there was no course from Andrea, and I think it's very nice to see you here. You always are instrumental. You push me into learning, and I want to say that's it. Goodbye. It was short for today, but it will be longer the next time. Okay, so I wish everybody good luck with all the good things that you do. And I wish you a great weekend and then a great year to come. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Brian. Thank you. Going by SPCX. What is that? I want to know. Oh, SpaceX. Yeah, good idea. Thank you for advice. Are you a registered financial advisor? All right, everybody be well and all the best.